time. So I just get a little message from Spirit, from the big guy upstairs today. And Spirit wants us to really open our hearts and to be willing to share and to hold a safe space for each other to be able to do so. And I think that it's so important. You know, I connected with an old friend of mine this morning, and you know, a lot of us out there are going through things that are tough, and a lot of us out there are kind of giving the little, yeah, oh no, I'm fine, hey, how are you, oh, we're great, and when you're dying on the inside. And I just want people to know, Spirit wants everybody to know that, you know, it's okay to go through these things, and that all of us, you know, go through difficult times. And I want want all of you to know that, you know, I've been there. If you're going through something like that, or you're having a hard time, or you're depressed even though everything in your life seems wonderful, and you have all of the things that society has told us that we're supposed to make us happy, but for some reason there's still something missing, and for some reason you're just still uneasy, and for some reason that you're still not at peace and you don't feel truly happy on the inside. I just want you to know that I'm here for you. And if there's anybody out there who wants to talk, who would like to do ceremony, who would like to work on creating some rituals to help heal the subconscious mind, who would, you know, just like somebody to listen that doesn't really know them, or that has no judgments towards them, you know, I want you to know that I'm happy to provide that safe space for you, family, for anyone, for anything. If you guys need something, please reach out. And that doesn't have to be to me by any means, but if you're going through it, talk to somebody, please, because you have value. Your life has value. Your emotions, the things that you're going through, have value. And the more that we allow these things to be out in the open, the more courage and strength and vulnerability will be cultivated in our society and within others. And if we want to have a healthy society, if we want to be healthy within ourselves, it takes a village. You know what I mean? It takes all of us working to be healthier. And I think that that's super important, is that we hold that safe space for each other when we're going through these difficult times, and that we're willing to open our hearts to each other and to share what we're going through, and to be able to reflect with each other and to work on our healing. And you know, sometimes that's heartbreaking, and that's okay. You know, in my experience, some of the most heartbreaking things in my life are what allowed the most light to enter. And going through some of the darkest times allowed me to realize that there's a light within me that could never be extinguished. And that is what I want each and every one of you to remember within yourself, that you are quite literally the sacred, the divine, the Most High God, the Great Spirit Himself, herself, Sophia, the Great Mother, the Great Father, Abba, Amma, Pater, whatever you want to call it, the Tetragrammaton, the any Allah, whatever you want to call it, you are that. You are that. That is the energy that shines within mine own heart and each and every single one of you. And if there's blockages or parts of ourself are conscious from, childhood memories, traumas, from stuff we go through on a daily basis that doesn't want to believe that, I'm happy and would love to be here to help you to remember that within yourself and to do whatever it takes, because in all honesty, that is the truth. And whatever has been in darkness will come to light. We're going through a collective awakening process on this planet, but it does no good if just some of us or just one of us awakens. We need our entire civilization, a community of human beings, to remember who we are and that we are one, and that the essence of what is within us quite literally is God. It is that. It is the highest. It is the most high, white, diamond light, violet flame of Saint Germain, of all the ascended masters, all of this. It is the energy of all of that shining through us. We quite literally are the Buddha, are the Christ, are Mother Mary, are Mary Magdalene. We are White Buffalo Calf Woman. We are Green Tara. We are all of these different expressions. We are Isis. We are Hathor. We are Horus. We are Osiris. We are Shiva. We are Shakti. We are Krishna, Rama. We are that sacredness, that divinity, that everything that isness, the self that witnesses all things and is within all things. That is what we are. And I know that a lot of us have been in a slumber and have forgotten that fact. So, if you're going through a tough time and, you'd like to kind of move towards finding a personal relationship with your divine source, the divine creator, the shining light that's within each and every single one of us and within all things, but maybe you don't know how, or you don't know what the first step is, or you don't know how to cultivate that relationship with yourself, with your higher self, with your guides, with whatever that is that you're looking for, to find a deeper sense of meaning and trust and community within this experience. I would be honored, family, to help and to work with and to just conversate and connect with each and every one of you, or with anybody that would like that. So yeah, Spirit just wants us to be willing to open our hearts and to have grace and care and compassion with each other, and to understand that everybody outside of us is us. It is the same consciousness living inside me, that is living inside you, that is living inside the trees, that is living in all the material reality, in all dimensions and aspects, exists within the heart of creation, within consciousness. It's not consciousness that's within us, it's all of us. All things that ever have been or ever will be exist within consciousness. And we're going through a process right now of consciousness remembering itself and remembering the truth of what we really are. So I think that it's super important that we open our hearts and we be willing to talk about these things and to talk about what we're going through and the things that hold us down and hold us into a lower vibration, that make us think that we're not sacred, or that we have to find the sacred anywhere outside of ourselves. I want to tell you, friends and family, if you go to a church, if you study some type of religion, anything that tells you that you have to worship something outside of yourself, or that you are not the sacred, that you are not an embodiment of the divine, is an illusion. It is some kind of power structure that is trying to siphon your sacred energy and to use it for their own benefit. It is some lower vibrational expression of an illusion, you know? And in my experience, this is what the devil or the darkness or demons, or it's an illusion that's created within this experience. But in all truth and all reality, all that is love. That illusion isn't real. It's like it's a smoke and mirrors. It's a trick. It makes you think that it's real, and that is the only way that it is real, is through your belief in it. So the more that we remember the sacred within us, the more that we remember the truth of what is, which is that we are eternal, we have always been, and we will always be. And you know, specific parts of our consciousness may want to live 1,000 other lives after this, 1,000,000 other lifetimes. We may want to sit in the eternal bliss and nirvana with Creator, as Creator, you know, with the Ascended Masters for eternity. We may want to jump into different dimensions. We may want to exist as, you know, high vibrational beings and other expressions that we can't even fathom now. You know, I believe that consciousness and life will continue expanding into realms and into understandings that we currently have no grasp of, that we can't even understand. It's like going from being a bug to an animal, to trees, to the birds, to then becoming like lower primates, then to becoming humans, then high dimensional humans, multi-dimensional beings, then connecting with star guides, then higher dimensional access in almost like extraterrestrial form, but possibly just interdimensional, where they're able to travel, where we're able to travel between dimensions, you know. And I promise you, family, like, this expression and understanding of yourself as the divine itself is very, very, very real. And, you know, just like anything, it takes practice, and it takes working on uncoupling ourselves with these certain belief structures that have been drilled into us by society. And a lot of that is that you're supposed to grow up and go to school and get a job and work until you're 65 to get a few years to go try to do what you love, working to make somebody else money. And that somebody else that you're making money is one of the few families and the few very, very wealthy people at the top 1%, which own half of the wealth of this world, basically. And so they have tricked us into being their worker bees, and to not doing what is important to us, but to just gain them an exorbitant and unreasonably grotesque amount of wealth and resources, so they can do whatever they want, and they can destroy this planet, and they can siphon off its wealth and do things that are very dark to this planet. And luckily, we are in a space right now where the sacred within us and within all things is beginning to remember itself. And the more that we can hold this high vibrational energy of the sacred and remember who we are, the easier it is, and the more access that all of the surrounding beings and the matrix and this expression of consciousness itself will be able to access and remember itself. So we are consciousness evolving, and the metaphysics of the universe is expanding and evolving right now. And there is going to be quite literally real life magic that's going to be happening. Things that are perceived to be impossible by current understanding. There's going to be telepathic communication, you know, using harmonics and magnetism and specific wavelengths to manipulate and modulate reality itself. And yeah, So I just wanted to touch base with y'all on that and to let you know that if you need some open, safe space for anything, to talk about anything that you're going through, if you're starting to have experience, if you're seeing angel numbers, if you're any of that, any of it, whatever that is, I'm here for you, family, friends. And I want you to know that you are special and divine and sacred and beautiful and magnificent, and that if you don't feel that way, there is a path to finding that. So I love you all deeply with all of my heart, and I want to extend my blessings and love and light and all the good things to each and every one of you. Blessings, family. Aho! Me takuyasin. Aho, me takuyasin. Oh, oh, oh.